Well, for starters, I'm not going to be fitting what I thought I was going to be fitting this time. A while ago, I went to the billing show and I ordered a bunch of parts. That was in June 26th and it's now September the 29th. A couple of days' time it'll be October and they're still not here. Now, I've been in touch with them and they've had all sorts of issues with manufacturing problems. They use a third party to do the coatings and the coatings were rubbish. Then they've got issues where they have different types of end bumpers and they've got ordered the wrong sort from me and then they found that it partial order and part of it had been shipped, part of it is still on a ticket back in the store. So there's been a lot of back and forth. And bless him, Chris, the owner of this place, he's been on, and he's been honest, you know, that this has been the worst delay, he says, they've ever experienced. Hopefully, if you order from them, you shouldn't get this sort of problem. And he has decided to include a part to try and make up for the lost time that it's been. So I'm not going to get to fit all of that today, as I'd hoped, as I said last time, because it's not here. So what I will be doing is all the preemptive work. So first thing I think I'm going to hit up is this huge light bar on the top. It's a real shame I could never get this thing working. Well, say not working, I managed to get a little bit of tiny light out of it. It glimmered a little bit for a few seconds and then that was that. So I don't know whether there was water ingress or what. And I wonder if it had worked, would I have swapped it out? So let's get that up first and see where we go from there. Right. Light bar away. Shame it doesn't look like it's got any damage to it, but looks can be deceiving. That's that one out. Where did these go then? Yep, all joined together. Right, so that goes inside of the bumper. These are for those end lights then. And we know that those are no good because we've tested them. There, and same on that side. That and that. Done. This is the one that goes back up behind the dash. I remember tracing this one through before. The one that's confusing me is this one. I don't know what this one was for. You'd think if somebody puts it as green, it's some kind of earth. Oh, I don't know, that's going to be a lot of tracing. We'll come back to that one. No sign. That is going to be a bit problematic. I can see a bit of cable down there. I can hear it over there. I call that then. Possibly one of my least favourite things about cars is diagnosing electrical problems. It's really easy when you're putting stuff in because you know, you run the cables, you know where everything goes, but when you're trying to pick up what someone else has done, now, where's that go? Underneath. You can see him, which is going up and inside the car. It's that one. That one goes up. Right, now, it's that one. That is the one to the battery. Right on. We'll get all that undone and then he can come back through there. While I'm in here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a go at sorting the radio as well, because the cabling for that Must be a bit loose because it get intermittent. It'll drop out every so often. It can drop down out the way. Great success! Sorted. Next bit then. Look at that. I saved a bunch of electrics from way back when I was doing ITS. This heavy duty power cable is going to be ideal. There's a few other bits and bobs in here, including this cut-off switch. Now this is what I need to be able to separate the electrics from the winch. So deciding on where to put it though, that's going to be a bit of a tricky thing. If I cable underneath, now I just want to try and get this through here. This is bonkers. There we go. Woo. Wow. Yeah, have a look. We'll grommet back in place with cable through. So that'll come to the back of that one, then off to one of these, and then off to the line. This is the joy of working on Land Rovers. I've clonked my head on the bottom of the door as I was putting that cable in place. I cut my head open, so I'm going to have to go do a bit of an A&E thing and see if I can get myself glued up. Ooh, golly gosh, that's smart, son.
One eternity later.
It's going to be a retake, a redo. As yesterday, a bit of an issue where I smacked my head that hard on the bottom of the door. I had to go to A&E and get myself glued up. So I didn't get as far as I wanted to yesterday, so it's going to be a bit of a restart today. So I've got the main cable run through to the front. That's the main power cable. What I don't know is if I need to do a return and negative cable as well, because I am going to fit the winch that I won in that competition, and I'm fitting a winch bumper. It should have been here. It should have been here flipping months ago, but it's not. This bad boy's sat in the garage for so long, I've still not opened it. So I think it's about time we opened it and see what's included. It's a bit exciting. It'd be even more exciting if I'd got a bumper for it to fit into, Chris. Ooh, Winch Max. Oh yeah, we've even got a little bit of a cover to go over the top of it. Oh, that's very cool. Good. Because it's probably going to spend more time undercover than it is out in action. Bit of a fitting instruction and operation guide, the main beastie. What I don't know if this is going to be wire cable, or it's wire cable. I was hoping, I'll be honest with you, I was hoping it's going to be rope, because I've already been and got a couple of shackles that'll work with synthetic rope. Well, do you know what? It's a free flipping winch, so you can't argue with that. Along with this free flipping winch, it's a remote control free flipping winch. So that is a right Brucey bonus. There's a whole bunch of cable in here. I've got to work out which cable goes to which. And yeah, one earth is going to be into the motor, into the actual winch. One earth is going to be back to the battery. I don't know which way round it is yet. And the same with the power. There's going to be one that's going to come from the battery, one that's going to go to the motor, and then this is going to have to sit somewhere on the front that I can mount then next to the winch. Right. Oh, very exciting. Just need a bumper now that I can actually mount it onto, don't I? So I'm going to, for now, pack this all away again until our winch bumper rocks up. Very good. I'm excited now. Right, yeah, it's kids with a new toy, isn't it? I do think. What are they? These are huge magnets. No, the magnets. No, I don't know what these are. Oh, that's a bus bar. That's quite handy. So how many mounts have we got with that? 3. Very cool. And then a whole bunch of cables, mounts and extra bolts. I wonder if this lead, if I can pop this in place, and if this is going to be long enough to run from my battery, then I don't have to use my own. Even better. So I've opened up the pack in there, read the instructions. The instructions are quite clear. Definitely can't run a winch off the ground, the earth of the car, right? So I can't just put it on the chassis. So what I do have in here, in the kit, was this. And I'm hoping this earth lead will be long enough to reach from the battery alongside that huge live cable that I'm running in, so that we can put it, I want to put the controller up somewhere higher that's going to be sort of out of range of potential flooding area. Don't exactly know where I'm going to do that yet. I might see if there's anywhere that I can find up and under one of the wings. I don't think it needs to be accessible once it's fitted, and that way, once that's done and it's in place, I can just run the cables out into the winch from there. I'm just going to run this in for now, see where the earth lies, and then see if this is going to be long enough. I'm a little bit skeptical whether or not this is going to be enough. This is what, that's the same as me, so it's not even 6 foot of cable here, I don't think. Let's run it through and see how it looks. Just look at this, how beautifully clean it is in here. So what I'm aiming for is this cable. It's going to be running from the earth through with the main. And these ones have got to be rerouted because I don't want them going over the top there. They're going to be coming through the front. But I need to get some grommets. So, all in all, a fair bit of drilling and cutting and whatnot to sort. Just going to pull it all the way back. Can get this cable, and use the grommet to hold the cable in place. Now that one that side, just going to run off to the right and join up to the earth. Then I'm going to pop this one through on this side. Oh, beautiful. Once that popped in place, perfect placement, and see if that runs far enough. I suspect this might be a bit short. Okay, I need a bit more slack. It's just too short. As suspected, this cable is nowhere near long enough. 25 mil earth core. That's a bit more better there, and shed loads longer. I can run that direct to it if necessary. Got him. Straight in. Right, mate. This is my kill switch. It's going to be used for this cable. I'm going to put a connector on there, join him up. But I want this to sit inside about that sort of level. So it's going to be right on the floor, right out the way. Now, I'm going to use my Dremel to be able to cut it. But what I want to do first of all, before I start cutting in here, is I want to have a nice level line so I can use that to cut against. Check this out. We've got some new lives going onto the switch at the front. Switch now, that's what it looks like. When it's engaged, it'll look like that. I'm going to leave that sat in the battery box. New earth cable and live that go off down across the top of the chassis. Down there on the chassis, there, those are ready to use as when the winch is fitted. Cool, there we go. So all doesn't look that much different, but it's all inside, isn't it? They're all inside. If anything, it looks like it's got a bit worse, because now you can see where I've taken these off, and these ones still look crap. So next plan is I'm gonna have these off and get those cleaned up. I'm not going to do this because I might have another idea for that. That's it for now. It's ready. I've got the switch in place. I've got my cabling run through where I wanted it. I've got enough spare at the end to be able to position the controller either side of the car. I don't know which side it needs to sit yet. I'm going to get the winch rough mounted. Once I get the winch bumper, of course, Chris. Then we can see about getting that all hooked up, set up. Yeah, man. It's getting there, isn't it? It's coming on. Front end, that is going to be a massive change, but then it will show up the issues with the hinges. I've got some ideas about that. Similarly with the hinges on the windscreen at the front. But first things first, let's step by step, let's get the bumper sorted, get the winch on, and I might even have a go at doing some dents as well. Anyway, all future plans. There's so much to get sorted on this, so much to do, that it's gonna be here for a month of Sundays. So if you want to see how we get on with that, click on that subscribe button down there, and if you click the bell, you'll be notified the next time I release a video. Potatoes, lots of potatoes.